But you said you did not do anything. And now that we look back on it with hindsight, 2020, now we know why nobody came to your fucking defense, because they all already knew what kind of piece of you were.
Ed Lover goes off on P. Diddy. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh. Don't forget to subscribe. So Ed Lover, one of the very few supporters of Diddy when all these allegations from Cassie and Lil Rod and everyone else was coming out, has made a complete U-turn after seeing the shocking and controversial video of Diddy chasing and attacking Cassie in a Los Angeles hotel, footage from 2016. Check out the clip.
Let me tell you something, and that's the money and the power. At one point, Puff had money, power, and respect. Your respect is gone. It's gone fucking ever. The first thing when I saw it, I was awakened and I picked up my phone like I usually do to see if I had any missed calls. And the first thing I saw was text messages from friends like, yo, did you see this shit? And I was like, what? And I opened it and my stomach went sour automatically. As a father of 4 girls, my stomach automatically went sour. And then here's the other thing that I thought of. When I looked at it, I watched it again. Then I thought, look at Cassie running away from this man, trying to get away. And you come out with a towel on. You ain't put no drawers on. You ain't put no pants on. You ain't put no sweatsuit on. You ain't have no fucking socks on. And you come to run down the hallway to drag this woman and to beat this woman and to kick this woman and to stomp on this woman. He's a monster. It ain't no truth. See, for me, I can have empathy and sympathy for somebody's trauma when they were younger if they tried to work on their trauma, if they tried getting it right. Now, he said that he was at a very dark place in his life.
Whatever.
At that time. He said, I'm not asking anybody for sympathy.
Listen.
I just want to say that I was sorry. And I think it's all because if you were truly sorry when the first shit came out, if you were really manning up to the shit that you pulled on Cassie and every other woman that you did some foul to, soon as Cassie came out, you would have never categorically denied that you did anything. You would apologize right then and said, that was a time of my life where I was a up human being. When I looked at women as if they were property, I'm working on myself. I'm trying to get better, y'all. She's 100% right. I was a individual. I did fucked up. But you said you did not do anything. And now that we look back on it with hindsight, 2020, now we know why nobody came to your fucking defense, because they all already knew what kind of piece of that you were.
Yeah, fam. Like I said, Ed Lover was one of who was backing him, but now saying that he's lost all respect for Diddy, particularly since Ed Lover has 4 girls himself, and probably imagine this would enrage him if this was happening to one of his daughters. He emphasized how crazy it was that Diddy was chasing Cassie through the hallways of that hotel in a towel only, running through the hallways of this hotel like a madman. He even called him a monster, which I think most people would actually echo. I mean, it was like a psycho movie the way he was chasing her. He tried to play a bit of the devil's advocate by saying, hey, if someone has trauma from a young age, he could be sympathetic. But he doesn't have any sympathy for Diddy because he at first denied all allegations that was being made against him from all alleged victims. And if Diddy was really sorry, he would have came out with this apology way before, not after the whole video comes out and everybody is criticizing him. He basically just did it to save his career. I think anyone can see that. That's kind of obvious. But then, and to summarize what Ed Lover was saying, he basically was like, he can now see why nobody came to Diddy's defense when all these allegations were coming out. Nobody was bigging him up. No one was saying, hey, I can't believe Diddy can be accused of these things, because he believes that everybody who was around him already knew how he gets down. They probably saw evidence of this stuff all the time. I just didn't say nothing because he's powerful, got money, connections and all that. Even right now where more and more evidence is coming out, people still aren't really coming out and bad-mouthing him because they know he's still got that power. But as much as Ed Lover was condemning the video and Diddy in general, it's a bit of a change from how he used to talk. Like I said, he was defending him before. Check out this clip.
So I got Diddy with the Come On Sunshine. So it's always cool being in the presence of Diddy. Always cool being at Diddy's parties. I have never been involved or seen any of his quote unquote freak offs that people are saying that he had. I was never a part of that. I always knew when it was time to go home. This is a machine coming after this dude.
Yeah.
Like, I think, and I said this publicly, and now for the first time I'm going to say this on my podcast, I think it's Diageo.
Really?
Diageo is fucking powerful. These people put money behind political campaigns. They're the second or the third largest alcohol distribution company in the world. Puff made a lot of money for Diageo and with Diageo with Ciroc. Ciroc became so big that Diageo was fine with people thinking it was Puffy's liquor, and never was.
Yeah.
Oh, then here comes the De Leon.
The De Leon.
Right. And De Leon comes out, and then they buy Casamigos from George Clooney and them for $400 million. So of course, if I just spent $400 million or something, or however much they gave George Clooney his partner, I'm going to start pushing that.
Yeah.
And De Leon kind of got pushed on the back burner. And then Puff all of a sudden decides to sue them for racial discrimination. All of this shit comes out right after that. Right after the Cassie case came up, then all the other cases from the Adult Survivors Act in New York came up. Now the kid Little Rod, who's supposed to be a videographer or a producer, produced on his last album, or his shit is coming up. He's suing everybody. All of it is coming right after he said, Diageo, y'all racially discriminated against me and tried to sue him. We know how a lot of people feel about black people.
Yeah. When
you get money with them and they getting a lot of money, you got to always remember in their eyes and in the back of their minds, you ain't nothing but a and that's all you ever going to be. Why did all this stuff start happening? Right with the Diageo, to me, that's written on the wall, plain to see for anybody to see that there's somebody that got some money or put in their foot in Puff's ass. I'm telling you, he had to sell his shares of Revolt. He has no ownership of Revolt no more.
No, I know he doesn't.
His reputation as a businessman is shot. He'll never get another distribution deal. Bad Boy Records, for the most part, are done. It's done, babe. It's done. Somebody out there Puff worse than they tried to Russell Simmons. Puff has yet to be arrested. He has not been arrested, but he's being vilified, and he hasn't been formally charged with any crime.
Yeah, fam. I mean, look, to be fair to him, he was just giving Diddy the benefit of the doubt because there wasn't any charges and there was no real evidence out. There was just people saying stuff about him. It doesn't necessarily diffuse the reasoning behind everything going against Diddy now, like him accusing them of racism. Maybe they are powerful enough to like turn that switch and then have all this happening to him. But you still can't defend what we saw in that video, which was pretty much what Ed Lover said, a monster chasing a young female and assaulting her. I would just like to see other big celebrities come out and condemn Diddy, distance themselves from him as well. But at the end of the day, I just can't see Diddy coming out of this situation. And obviously recently, there's been another accuser, a model that's accused Diddy of sexually assaulting her and also drugging her. Again, serious allegations for him to defend. There's no coming back from this for Diddy. Even if they don't find him guilty, doesn't get prison time, which I can't see that not happening now. Eventually, that's going to trial. I can't imagine a jury, if it does go to court, finding him innocent. No way. But people, that's just my opinion. I want to know yours. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.